Welcome back to the Hero English Podcast. I'm Jordan, and I am feeling very hungry today.
And I'm Riley. That's a great way to start, Jordan. I hope you've had a good lunch. Today, we have a delicious topic for everyone, food and cooking.
Yes, we're talking about everything from ingredients to recipes and different types of international food. I love trying new things, so I'm really excited for this one.
Me too. It's a topic everyone can relate to. We'll teach you some essential vocabulary for the kitchen and for talking about food with friends. And we have a fantastic hero phrase for you.
Ooh, what is it? I'm ready.
Today's hero phrase is, "What's on the menu?" It's perfect for so many situations, not just in restaurants.
What's on the menu? I like it. It sounds very useful. So we'll learn new words, hear a dialogue with our friends Tom and Anna, and practice our new phrase.
Exactly. We'll also cover some cultural insights about dinner parties and answer a listener's question about politely refusing food. It's going to be a full plate.
A full plate. Huh. I see what you did there. All right, let's get cooking. Let's start with some new words.
Okay, our first word is cuisine. C-U-I-S-I-N-E. Cuisine refers to a particular style of cooking, often from a specific country or region.
Ah, like when we say Italian food or Thai food. So I can say, I love eating different cuisines.
That's a common mistake. We usually use it as a non-count noun or with a specific country. So you would say, I love trying different types of cuisine, or I love Italian cuisine. It sounds more natural.
Got it. So my favorite cuisine is Japanese. Not my favorite cuisines are Japanese. That makes sense.
Exactly. Another example is, this restaurant is famous for its authentic French cuisine. Or, let's explore the local cuisine while we're on vacation.
Perfect. Okay, what's next?
Our second word is recipe. R-E-C-I-P-E. A recipe is a set of instructions for preparing a particular dish, including a list of the ingredients required.
I use recipes all the time. I'm not a very creative cook, so I need to follow the steps exactly. I found a great recipe for chocolate cake last week.
That sounds amazing. So, did you follow the recipe carefully?
The recipe? Wait, how do you spell that again?
R-E-C-I-P-E. It's a tricky spelling. A lot of learners misspell it. The E at the end is silent. For example, could you share the recipe for this pasta sauce? Or, this is my grandmother's secret recipe.
Recipe. Okay, I'll remember that. It's one of those words that doesn't look like how it sounds.
Exactly. And that brings us to our last word, ingredient. I-N-G-R-E-D-I-E-N-T. An ingredient is any of the foods or substances that are combined to make a particular dish.
Like flour, sugar, and eggs are the main ingredients for a cake. So what is the most important ingredients in this dish?
Close. The singular is ingredient, and the plural is ingredients. You just need to add an S. So you'd ask, what are the most important ingredients in this dish?
Right, ingredients. I sometimes forget the S on plural nouns. So I need to go to the store to buy some fresh ingredients for dinner.
Perfect. You've got it. Another example could be, the secret ingredient in my soup is a little bit of cinnamon. Now you have three great words: cuisine, recipe, and ingredient.
Hey, Anna, are you free on Saturday? I was thinking of having a small dinner party.
Hi, Tom. I am. That sounds lovely. What's on the menu? Do you need me to bring anything?
I was thinking of trying some new cuisine. I found an amazing recipe for Thai green curry. I've never made it before, but it looks delicious.
Ooh, I love Thai cuisine. That's a great idea. Is the recipe very complicated? Does it have a lot of ingredients?
Not too bad. I just printed out the recipe. It needs chicken, coconut milk, green curry paste, some vegetables. Oh, wait a minute.
What is it? Is there a problem?
The recipe calls for fish sauce. I just checked my kitchen and I don't have any. And the specialty Asian market closes in an hour.
Don't worry, Tom. I think I have some fish sauce at my place. I can swing by and pick it up on my way over. Problem solved.
Really? Anna, you're a lifesaver. That's the one ingredient I was missing. Okay, so Thai green curry it is. What's for dessert, though?
Let's figure that out. How about I look up a simple recipe for mango sticky rice? It would go perfectly with that cuisine.
That sounds perfect. So what's on the menu for our little party? Main course by me, dessert by you.
Exactly. I'll check the ingredients for the dessert now. I think I have everything except for fresh mangoes. I'll pick those up tomorrow.
Great. Thanks again, Anna. This is going to be a fantastic meal. I'm excited to try this recipe.
Me too. See you on Saturday.
That was a great dialogue. Now, let's expand on our cooking vocabulary. Our first phrase is from scratch.
From scratch? Does that mean you scratch something while you cook?
Not quite. From scratch means to make something from its most basic ingredients without using a pre-made mix. For example, instead of buying a cake, she decided to bake one from scratch.
Okay, so Tom made the curry from scratch because he bought all the individual ingredients. I used to say make by myself. Is that wrong?
Make by myself is okay, but from scratch is more specific and natural when talking about cooking. A common mistake is saying from the scratch. You should always say just from scratch.
Good to know. What's our next phrase?
Next up is a dash of. This means a very small amount of something, usually a liquid or a powder like a spice. For example, the recipe says to add a dash of salt, or this coffee is better with a dash of cream.
So it's not a precise measurement, it's just a little bit. That's my kind of cooking. I always had a dash of extra garlic to everything.
Me too. A mistake learners might make is using it for large quantities. You wouldn't say a dash of water if you mean a full cup. It's only for tiny amounts.
Makes sense. And the last one?
Our final phrase is to whip something up. This is a very common, informal way to say you are going to cook or prepare something very quickly and easily.
Ooh, I like that one. So if a friend visits unexpectedly, I can say, don't worry, I can whip something up for lunch.
That's a perfect example. It implies speed and simplicity. You could say, I'm tired, let's just whip up some pasta. People don't use it for complicated meals. You wouldn't whip up a 5-course dinner that takes hours to prepare.
Right, because that's not quick or easy. These are great. From scratch, a dash of, and to whip something up. Very useful. All right, it's time for our hero phrase. I'm ready to master this one.
Let's do it. The phrase is, what's on the menu? It's a fantastic question to ask what food is planned or available.
We heard Tom and Anna use it to plan their dinner party, but you can use it in other places too, right?
Absolutely. It can be literal, like in a restaurant, or figurative for plans in general. But today we'll focus on food. Let's look at some variations. A very common one is just what's for dinner or what's for lunch.
I ask my family that every day. What's for dinner? Another informal one you might hear is what's cooking? It can mean what's happening, but it also literally works for food.
That's a great point. And a slightly more formal way to ask could be, what are we having tonight? Let's try some mini dialogues. Imagine you're at work planning a team lunch.
Okay, I could say, all right, everyone, for the team meeting tomorrow, what's on the menu? Are we ordering pizza or sandwiches?
Perfect. Now, a casual situation with a friend. I'll start. Hey, Jordan, thanks for inviting me over. I'm so hungry. What's cooking?
You could reply, hey, Riley, I'm just whipping up some tacos. Glad you're here.
Exactly. And in a more formal setting, like calling a restaurant, you might ask, "Hello, I was wondering what the specials are on the menu tonight." It's a bit more polite.
That's super helpful. So the main phrase is flexible for many situations. Okay, everyone, let's practice the main phrase. Repeat after me. What's on the menu?
Nice.
What's on the menu? One more time. What's on the menu? You know, Riley, when I first listened to Tom and Anna, they were speaking pretty fast. It felt very natural, but I had to focus really hard to catch every word.
That's a great point, Jordan. Natural conversation is often fast, with words linking together. That's why we always do a slow version of the dialogue. It's a powerful learning tool.
How does it help exactly?
Listening slowly helps your brain process the new vocabulary and grammar without feeling stressed. It also lets you hear the clear pronunciation of each word, the intonation, and where the stress falls in a sentence.
Ah, so I can focus on the sounds. And I guess I can try to speak along with them?
Exactly. This is your chance to shadow them. Try to copy their rhythm and pronunciation. In this next listen, pay attention to how Tom says ingredient and how Anna links the words in what's on the menu.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's listen to the slow version.
Hey, Tom. I'm so excited for our dinner party on Saturday, but also a little nervous. What should we make?
Don't be nervous, Anna. It'll be great. I was thinking we could try some Italian cuisine. Everyone loves pasta, right?
Italian is a great idea. Simple and delicious. Should we make lasagna? I think I have a good recipe somewhere.
Oh, even better. We can use my grandmother's recipe. It's legendary. It has never failed me.
Your grandmother's recipe? Okay, now the pressure is on. Does it require any special culinary skills?
Not at all. It's mostly about patience and using good ingredients. Anyone can do it. The instructions are very clear.
Okay, I trust you, but her lasagna is always so much better than any other I tasted. It's so rich and flavorful.
Well, she does have one little trick she taught me.
A trick? Okay, you have to tell me. What's the secret ingredient?
All right, I'll tell you. It's a tiny dash of nutmeg in the meat sauce. It sounds weird, but it makes all the difference.
Nutmeg. I never would have guessed. Wow. Okay, I feel much better now. I can't wait to try it.
It's going to be fantastic. Let's make a shopping list. My name is Tom, and I promise this will be the best lasagna ever.
Okay, Tom. I'm Anna, and I'm holding you to that promise.
Riley, hearing Tom and Anna plan a dinner party made me curious. Is it common for people in countries like the US or the UK to host dinners at home?
It's very common, Jordan. It's often seen as more personal and relaxed than going to a restaurant. There are different styles, too. Sometimes it's a formal dinner, but often it's a casual get-together or even a potluck.
A potluck? What's that?
A potluck is where every guest brings a dish to share. The host might make the main course, and then guests bring salad, side dishes, or desserts. It takes the pressure off the host to cook everything.
That's such a cool idea. In many parts of Asia, the host provides all the food. It's a way of showing hospitality. A guest might bring a small gift, like fruit or a dessert, but not a main dish for everyone.
That's a great comparison. Here, it's also polite to bring a small gift, like a bottle of wine or some flowers for the host. I remember going to my first dinner party in college. I had no idea what to bring and showed up empty-handed. I felt so awkward.
Oh no, I did the opposite. When I was invited to a friend's house in Australia, I brought so much food because I was worried there wouldn't be enough. My friend was so surprised. She said, "Jordan, I cooked for 10 people."
That's hilarious. It really shows the cultural differences in action. Another thing is how food is served. In many Western cultures, people serve themselves from communal dishes, or the host plates the food for each person individually.
That's different too. In a typical Chinese meal, for example, all the dishes are in the center of the table and everyone shares everything throughout the meal. It's very communal.
Exactly. Neither way is better. They're just different. Understanding these small cultural points can make being a guest or a host in a new country so much more comfortable.
Okay, Riley, we have a great question from a listener named Chen from Taiwan. Chen asks, what is a polite way to refuse food at a dinner party if I don't like it or have an allergy? I don't want to be rude.
That's an excellent and very practical question, Jen. It can be a very uncomfortable situation. The most important thing is to be gracious and appreciative, even when you are saying no.
So, what are some specific phrases we can use?
If it's a food allergy, you can be direct but polite. You could say, "Oh, that looks wonderful, but I'm actually allergic to nuts." Notice you start with a compliment.
Starting with a compliment is a great idea. It softens the refusal.
Exactly. If you just don't like it, you don't need to give a detailed reason. You can say something simple like, "No, thank you for me, but I'm really enjoying the salad." Or, "I'm so full, everything was so delicious, maybe just a small piece for me."
So you redirect the conversation to something positive. You're still showing you appreciate the host's effort.
Precisely. The host wants you to be happy and comfortable. A simple, polite, "No thank you" is almost always fine. You don't need a long explanation.
Okay, so to summarize for Chen, always be polite. Start with a compliment like, "That looks delicious," and then say a simple, "No thank you," or explain a food allergy if you have one. The key is to show you appreciate the food, even if you can't eat that specific dish.
That's the perfect summary, Jordan. All right, Jordan, it's time for a quick quiz to see what you've learned. Are you ready?
I was born ready. Let's do it.
Question 1. What is the word for a style of cooking from a specific country, like Italy or Thailand?
Oh, I know this. It's cuisine.
Correct. 1 point for Jordan. Question 2. If you make a cake using only basic ingredients like flour and sugar, not a pre-made mix, you are making it...
You are making it by hand?
Close, but we learned a specific phrase for this. It starts with from.
Oh, from scratch. I'm making it from scratch.
There you go, from scratch. Okay, last question. What is a potluck party?
A potluck is a party where every guest brings a dish to share with everyone else.
Excellent. 2 out of 3. Not bad at all. Now it's your turn, listeners. Try to answer the questions out loud before Jordan does next time.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode all about food and cooking.
We hope you enjoyed it and learned some useful new language. Let's do a quick recap. We learned 3 keywords: cuisine, recipe, and ingredient.
And we practiced some great phrases like from scratch and to whip something up, plus our amazing hero phrase.
What's on the menu? It's a question you can use in so many situations to ask about food plans.
So for your homework this week, we have a simple challenge. Try to use the phrase, "What's on the menu?" at least 3 times. You can ask your family, your friends, or even just think it to yourself when you're planning your meals.
That's a great task. Practice is the most important ingredient to success in language learning. My name's Riley, and it was a pleasure teaching you today.
And I'm Jordan. Join us next time for another episode of the Hero English Podcast, where we'll be talking all about travel and adventure.
Until then, happy cooking and happy learning.
You know, all this talk about recipes reminds me of a complete disaster I had in the kitchen last year.
Oh, this sounds good. Please tell me everything.
I was trying to impress my friends and decided to bake bread from scratch for the first time. I found the recipe online that looked so simple. The easiest bread you'll ever make, it was called.
The title is always a lie. So what happened?
Well, I misread tablespoon of salt for cup of salt.
No. Jordan, no, you did not.
I did. I thought, wow, this seems like a lot of salt, but I trusted the recipe. The bread came out of the oven looking beautiful, golden brown, but it was completely inedible. It was like a rock made of seawater.
A rock made of seawater. That's the best description ever. Did your friends try it?
One of them did, just to be polite. The look on his face was priceless. We ended up ordering pizza. So much for my culinary skills.
Don't worry. I once made a birthday cake and accidentally used salt instead of sugar. The whole cake. We only found out when the birthday girl took the first bite. Maybe we should stay out of the kitchen.